Oh, yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes. My boy, what's good?
Man, nothing much, man. Wifey just getting home, so excuse the dogs being loud and noisy. But other than that, man, what's good with you, bro?
Man, chilling. We got the LCJ in the building. We got Leo in
What
the
up,
building.
champ?
What's up?
What up,
What's up? We
Leo?
got the people coming out to party already. Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh yeah. You know, we had to talk a little bit of, well, you know how we do, man. You know, we got to have the sober show. You know, after
Sober
some of
show.
our lives, some of our lives and this shit. But other than that, man, what's good with y'all, man? What's up with the people, man? How do
Ooh.
people feel 24 hours after watching all in? Like, what are
Well,
people's thoughts?
well, Leo says, he just got done rewatching All In. He says, you always catch something new on the replay, bro. What did you find out?
Right. Like, yeah, let us know, man. Because other than a word of what we got, man, of Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and CM Punk's altercation in the back, man, everything else seemed to went fine.
And I want to talk about that, Joe, you silly. But and I know you're gonna go over the prediction wars and all that, but my thing is this, because speaking of CM Punk and Jack Perry, so okay, many different reports going on exactly what happened, who started what. There was also a moment where it was alleged to be said that CM Punk, in the midst of him and him and Jack Perry's confrontation, he threatened to quit AEW. Over how the situation was being resolved or being handled. What I didn't realize at the moment, partially because I was not 100% sober, but there was a moment in the show where, and you actually brought it up, where it was Hook and Jungle Boy, and I believe Jungle Boy did a Rolling Thunder on the windshield, and the windshield broke, and Jungle Boy
Well,
looked
it
into the
wasn't the
camera.
roller thunder. He did the roller thunder, but he went to do something else, and he ended up getting put through the windshield. But that came
Yeah,
after the roller thunder.
and he looked in the camera. He said, "Real glass, go cry me a river." And I guess that was, I don't guess, we now find out that was a shot at CM Punk. I guess for whatever reason, CM Punk didn't want Jungle Boy actually doing the spot on actual glass. Jungle Boy went out there and did it anyway. Word is, Jungle Boy went back to the back. Him and CM Punk had an exchange of words, and my boy got choked out and sent home, man. Or sent to the hotel at least. Anyway.
I mean, okay. If somebody is just saying, "Hey, man, you know, maybe it's not a good idea to do it," I don't
Yeah.
see, you know, and if they're gonna take the risk, they're gonna take the risk. I mean, you can make the suggestion, but if they're gonna take the risk, they're gonna take the risk. So maybe it got a little bit blown up out of proportion.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because Jungle Boy match came up after, or no, actually his match was before CM Punk.
Yeah,
So
here's
the fact
before.
that it happened that early, the fact that it was that early, but then again, you know, their match did end the show, and then CM Punk's match started the show. So I can see where the altercation might have came in, but still, man, that's
And I guess allegedly, got to keep this with a grain of salt, because nobody from AEW has actually confirmed this. But another report came out that apparently CM Punk and Jack Perry, they've had exchanges of words before Punk came back to the company anyway. And if a couple of weeks ago, they already said that Punk and Dolph Ziggler's brother had ended up getting into it, and his brother ended up getting sent away from the Collision tapings. Christopher Daniels got sent home. Matt Hardy got sent home. So my
all,
thing,
all from CM Punk. Like, man, like I, man, I'm not okay. I'm not gonna sit here and absolve CM Punk, man, but
yeah,
I definitely need more context of what's going on. Like, I don't want
right.
to hear like, oh, this dude is this, that. No, like, no, what's actually happening? Because we're getting reports, we're hearing rumors, we're not actually hearing what happened, and to really say, okay, maybe this person, overreacted to this. Maybe it ain't
Right.
him. But then again, uh, it could have been him. But I want to know more in detail of what exactly, caused the issue. for me to really even say it's him or is anybody else, like, dude, get out of here, man. Like, I'm not hearing I'm not hearing that he's this much of a cancer. People still rock with him. People still work with him. So it's not like
Yeah.
it's not too. It is, even though it's weird to hear Matt Hardy's name, but then at the same time, it seems like it's just a lot of the younger guys, and that's all it really is. But it ain't like the dude ain't trying to work with the younger guys.
Right.
I mean, the man came in first match with Darby Allin. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
And
come
put him
on,
over big. Like he
right?
had nothing but love and praise for Darby Allin. And my thing is too, I mean, selfishly as a fan, it's like, bro, I love the fact that CM Punk is in AEW. I mean, to me,
Yeah, yeah.
look, again, selfishly, I understand. I don't have to work with this man. I understand. I don't know good, bad, or indifferent what's going on. But to me, I feel like AEW, I don't give a fuck what nobody else has to say. I feel like as a fan watching this, I feel like AEW has gained tremendously. Because for a while, man, when CM Punk first got sent home, bro, it was getting a little rough for AEW creatively for a minute. And not just him, but of course you got the Elite, they were gone as well. But I feel like ever since CM Punk has come back specifically, and then with Collision, yes, Collision drawing the type of ratings that maybe they would have expected. Probably not, but you can't deny the fact that show is being centered around CM Punk, but it's actually probably the best damn show that AEW puts out recently.
I mean, it may be that, but at the same time, it's not just CM Punk, because there's been
No, not at all, not at all.
highlighting the show and coming on to the shows, which is the main thing for the show, to kind of just really give other people more platform than what Dynamite don't offer.
Right.
Which is fine, which is why I like that idea. It's the thing that people say with all the talent that they have, that's something they need to do, where we have seen some good quality matches. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like I need more information on exactly what is really causing. Now, then again, this could be story. Again, this could be all work. This could be something they building up to.
And that's what I'm thinking. They way across the pond, and how fast that information got leaked out. Like, bruh, come on, like it do smell a little bit like a work, or maybe it's shoot work.
Yeah, like I feel like something is in the works. Especially, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, especially after what happened with FTR and Young Bucks, them walking away from them after they lost, not shaking their hands. So it's like I'm getting a feeling, man. Something that I feel like this is a bit of a work. And if it
like,
is,
you're not gonna tell me you're not gonna have
that, I want to hear a lot of people, shut the fuck up. I mean,
and my thing is, you're not about to tell me they say, yeah, there's an investigation going on, suspensions are pending. Bruh, I'm not trying to hear that shit. You're not about to have All Out in Chicago, which is the reason you put it there. One, because you knew CM Punk was gonna be back. Bruh, you're not about to have CM Punk off the card. Come on, bruh, stop. I don't give a you not, I'm not stupid. You're not going to keep him off the card. And I doubt you're gonna keep Jungle Boy off the card.
Yeah, that's true. Crip says, man, that common theme is the younger talent don't like taking advice from veterans or punks specifically. They also don't like being told what to do, even if it's for their own good. Hangman, Ziggler. I mean, some of them guys, sure. Ziggler's brother, man, you ain't really, it ain't, yeah. But Jack Perry and them, I mean, again, what was said to really set the thing off? Like, if giving advice is such a bad thing, then that's kind of sad, because you would think you would want a veteran, to give. Now, again, you ain't got to go out there and do exactly everything he's saying. You can just listen to it. I mean, there's ways to listen to it, but you ain't got to. You ain't
go out
got
there
to
and do the shit.
Right. Like, again, it's all about the content. Like, was this a conversation y'all was just having? And he's like, no, it's a nice spot. I just wouldn't use that. Like, I would substitute that for something else more safer, but still get the effect of what you want. Like, you trying to be safe for you and the other person. Now, again, how was the contents of that? And then how did he take that? So again, we don't know, and because we don't know, that's why I can't really just sit here and say, "Oh man, CM Punk's." Nah, man, I need more context to the story.
Hey, but I know for right now, hey, CM Punk. Hey, look, he earned his spot as a fan as me being his fan. So until I hear otherwise, hey,
Man, I'm
go
still
CM
rocking with
Punk.
CM Punk, man. I'm still rocking with him. I ain't not rocking with CM Punk, man. I
Come
still like
on
the
now.
dude, man. I mean, yeah, I understand he ain't what he used to be, sure, but hey, it's good to see him back in the business.
Damn Skippy Jiffy, hell yeah, and I'm glad to see you are alive and well, man. 'Cause I wasn't sure, man, if I was gonna make it past yesterday, but here we are. So,
Hey, man, look, you look. I know you look. Luckily, like I said, it was an early show, so you had
oh,
more than enough time to get yourself recovered and come
bruh,
back.
I was
Um,
asleep from the
I just want
time
to make
you
sure I
left,
shoot out to Clive, man, who's shooting out in the comments, man. What's going on with you, Clive?
bro. I was asleep from the time you left until about 11 o'clock last night, so I started watching some of the media scrum.
And, you said from the time I left.
From
Damn.
the time you left, not when you got home. From the time you left, I walked my ass in the room and laid down and was asleep. It was night, bed by. I was done for, done. It was all
Done.
your fault.
No, no, no. I said it live. Hey, save that for later. You chose no. Hey,
But
you go
enough
ahead.
of my shenanigans, man. Bro, we had a hell of a hell. Bro, people are still sitting up here trying to deny the fact that Tony Khan of AEW really did 80,000 plus. Like, bro, did you not see the TV screens? Like, how can people be this goddamn tribalistic? They see the shit. And he's
Because
even said it was
people,
over 90,000 with the comp tickets, but it was over 82,000 sold. It's like, bruh, he telling you, yeah, we comp some shit, but the people that actually bought it, this is the most that anybody's ever bought. Who give a fuck how many we comped? We still set the record for most sold. Why do you think people are hating so heavily, bro?
well, because it's AEW, it's not WWE. It's not looked in the same light with the same respect, and because of that, that's why it's going to always get the hate. It's
Yeah.
going to always be looked at like TNA and everything else that's come before it. It's just going to be like another company that's trying to be WWE, but it's like it ain't even so much as them trying to be like WWE because again, we as fans have selective memory when
Yeah.
we think of WWE and we think of this company. Like people don't remember what WCW was like. I guess those that know,
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
though we all watched WCW, we all watched
Right, right.
NWO and all them other people that were on there. We all watched it for the years when it was good and when it was bad. So that, along with ECW, like that's the core of what WWE is. WWE is what these other companies were, and then Impact and all these other companies, they come out to be, try to be their own individuals, but yet this company has always been a copy paste industry where every company is doing something that someone else did. One company may make it look better than the other one, but at the same
Right.
time, somebody's gonna always uh kind of be a rip off of the other one. The only thing now is WWE's been so dominant
Yeah.
that nobody will look at anything else. Anything else anyone does, it ain't good enough to WWE standard. And you know what? It ain't, but it's great enough for their standard. It superseded AEW standard, which
But let
helps propel them. So that's why I don't try to put AEW in that same level with WWE because
right.
there's no reason to do that. There's no reason, man. Again, WWE will always be the top. There's always going to be a gap. It's going to be a huge ass gap in between these companies. The question will be, how long will it go? How long can they sustain this success as a company? Can they do 10 years? Can they make it to 15? Can they make it to 20, 25, 30, 35? How long can they stick around? How long can AEW keep doing what they're doing? Then the conversation will finally change. But it's not going to change right now. It isn't. It's really not going to change right now. It's year 4. It's not going to change right now.
No, exactly. My thing is this, like, you hear about musicians, you hear about artists, you hear about celebrities and career heights and reaching that quote unquote brass ring or that glass ceiling. Do you think that because they're so early in their infancy. There's the
Mhm.
talk about reaching your potential too fast, peaking too quick. You just had the biggest gate of all time, the highest attendance of all time, right? Where do you think that because they've hit such a milestone so early in their existence, that there's truly nowhere to go but down, or even just plateau for AEW? Because how do you top 80,000?
For AEW when they do it next year.
Mm.
That's how you top it. There's
So
no. I mean, you can try to go to Dallas, but I think Dallas is exclusive to WWE, so you can't get that.
yeah,
So you would have to get another place that WWE doesn't have on lock that holds 100,000 people, and you can do that. But that would be on the lines of something you would do with New Japan or something, whatever, man. But again, the agenda for AEW is not to be WWE, it's to be
right.
AEW, it's to be different from just different in its own way. Uh and no, everything about it will never be perfect. It would never be perfect as we got Damian Priest and Sami Zayn going at it right now.
Hey,
The
quiet
All
as
Out
this
Clash.
kept. I know we've been talking AEW, but these two they showing out right now.
I mean, they've been beefing with each other for the past couple of weeks, and Priest already upset. They've been losing. Um, But no, I right now for AEW, what they did was a huge milestone. Now they need to continue to build on what they're doing. They need to continue to build their talent. They need to be creative and the story and the way that they build these guys and continue to I don't know, man, just continue to put together things and see how they work out. I mean, no one thought this MJF and Adam Cole would just be where it's at, and it's like,
Yeah,
bruh, like why?
cinema.
Like this thing is getting it. And it's getting
Yeah,
it. So we gonna see. But yeah, well, hey man, they just do what they need to do. It is what it is, man.
yes,
People
sir.
are going
Yes, sir.
people are going to jump from company to company. Okay. Everyone that's in WWE now did not initially start in WWE. And even if some of them did, they had to leave
Mhm.
and come back
Right,
to
right,
actually
right.
be accepted as good. And even the ones that are some of them who are still there that were good, we all know they didn't get treated with the respect or the way that we felt they should have. We
Mhm.
know they could have been better. I'm pretty sure everybody's got at least three superstars they can think in mind that WWE didn't give an opportunity to, and it could have been on that person's behalf too. But uh we watched talent be wasted for a long time,
No, no,
regardless
no.
of how much you feel about them. We watched talent be wasted for a long time.
Absolutely. But see, that's the thing. We got WWE, we got AEW, hell, you still got Impact, Ring of Honor. So, my thing is, look, wrestling is in a great spot right now, regardless of what company you
Exactly,
like, you don't
exactly.
like. Hey, when one win, we all win. And the fact that it's
And
not a monopoly.
that's it right there, bro.
And that gives us more things to talk about. But speaking of talking, bro, hey, look, I don't know what the tally was for the predictions last night, but I think you might actually came out, man. I think you might. I think last night might have been
Oh,
your
last
coming out
night. Oh
party.
no, I was all in last night, boy. That was me last night, boy. I told you, boy. I told you, boy. Look here, man. I told you, boy. I don't even know why you. I'm gonna have the points together. I got to I'm give me time. I'll have it for the show tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
when we come back on for the Monday night recap. Um, but yeah, man. No, last night, boy, your boy was getting them points left and right. I mean, man, I think it was only one match where we didn't pick the same that I did not get points.
Mm,
Yeah, there was that. Yeah, that was the ROH tag title match with MJF and Cole. Because I had Aussie Open retaining. I didn't think that they was.
yeah,
I
yeah.
figured something. I thought the Roddy Strong thing that happened in the main event, what happened in the tag match, to help build the issue. Hey, boo. To help build the issue between MJF and Adam Cole for the main event. That's
Right,
what
right,
I was
right.
thinking. But that didn't happen that way. So it is what it is.
Well, look, man. We wanted to come on here. We wanted to talk to the people. We had to give them a little bit of sober AEW.
For sure
We
we
got
did.
AEW again this weekend. We got Payback this weekend. We know we got a busy, busy, busy week. And of course, we're starting off our week with the Monday Night Block Party a little later on tonight. Then of course we got Wednesday Night Dynamite. We got 2 prediction shows on Thursday.
Was
Good
Leo.
God.
I was Leo. I was very surprised I got the points for Soraya because I was like, I almost wasn't gonna go for it because I'm like, it's kind of like over obvious it would be Soraya, and I
Yeah.
really thought maybe Sheeta would. I really thought Sheeta would retain. Like Britt would try and Tony would try, but Serena would try to do it, but it would end up being Sheeta retaining in the end. But
I'll tell
hey,
you what, that curve stomp from
the
Britt
people,
Baker,
hey, that was nice. That was
that
on
was
point.
nasty.
Hey,
Yeah, I
that
kept
women
seeing the
and the women
replays
showed out.
today of a zoom of the zoomed in angle. I'm like, bruh, Tony Storm, her shit really bounced off that mat. I'm like, damn.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, they them 4 professionals. They know how to work in that ring.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't, it was a really great match. I enjoyed it. They showed up and showed out. And then of course, hey, the best part, of course, man, Tony decked the shit out of Tony. Sorry, Mama. Boy, Mama wanted to get in and whoop that ass. Boy, I wanted to see Mama get across that barricade and whoop that ass.
Well, you know, Mama used to be a wrestler back in the day. She wrestled. She wrestled when she was pregnant with Paige.
That's why I say I wanted to see it. Like I know Mom was a wrestler. The whole family was wrestlers, so I know Mom could throw them hands. I was like, oh shit, we got a fifth woman in the match, y'all. Let's go. Let's go, because it's about to be old. But nah,
get ready to slang them fisticuffs.
Right. But nah, it's all good though. But it was some really good matches. The Jericho and Ospreay was really good. I thought that was a really good match. The trios match, both trios matches, the Stadium Stampede. Boy, everybody came to bleed, but it was a nice little finish. My boys, the best friends, got the victory in that. But yeah, we'll talk more about AEW Wednesday when we do the Wednesday night block party. We'll recap a little bit of what we like. Like again, but for you, man, what was like your best? Like, what was a match that stood out to you for the pay-per-view?
Match that's tough. I was talking to one of my guys earlier because like I was telling you yesterday, it wasn't even just the matches. It was the strategy of the way they were placed on a card from open to close. Yeah. Like it was like listening to a good mixtape, man, or a good album. It was just like everything flowed. Cause just when you had a whole bunch of chaos, that Tony put a match in there that kind of was like, a little more even keel, but still a good quality match. Mm-hmm. And then whenever it was another big match coming up, like Tony did a great job of he didn't tire the crowd out. He didn't tire the crowd out.
No, he kept everything moving. He really kept everything moving.
And even Leo said, like, damn, man, that pay-per-view went by fast. I went back and checked the stream, bro. We came on late and we're still 4 minutes away from 4 hours.
We came on after the CM Punk match. We literally came on after the CM Punk match. So,
so the fact that over 4.5 hours and that shit went by like that, like
right. Plus the 0 hour, because the 0 hour got a lot of attention just because of the matches they had on that. So it was like you got to add the 0 hour, like so that was a hell of a show they put on. The pace of the show was, Joe said the pace of the show was probably the best they've ever done so far, product wise. I would have to agree with that. Product wise, all 4 years, the pace of this show was wow. Tony did not miss with the pace. He kept everything moving, kept everything going, kept the crowd ready. And it's like like you said, each match when it came up, it was something everybody was excited for because it was who was in the match that you were excited to see. And it was like you was like, damn, boy, you coming out with this next? All right, cool. And then the match would do good. And then it's like, all right, what's the next match? Oh shit, this is next. All right, this up. All right, bet. And it's like, oh shit, this one up. And then he threw the title. He just threw it all in there, man. So I'm
and not to give a cop out answer, but I would say to answer your original question, I got 3 matches for me. The one will be Adam Cole and MJF. Just because of the story they told in MJF, bruh, he fucking let him have it. MJF dug in his motherfucking bag. Adam Cole is great. We know that, but MJF, he was showing his ass last night. So I got that one. The women, bro, let me tell you, this is the best I've seen Saraya since she's come to AEW. And I feel like all the spots, like I just feel like, hey, this is what I'm talking about. Only one woman match on the card, and they went out there and they over fucking delivered. They killed it. Everybody had the right spots. I like the story being told in that because now you got the breaking up or seemingly the breakup of the Outcast. You got Tony and Saraya. Then you got Tony up here decking Ruby, and Ruby like, bro, I just can't. Okay, that's what we doing. Bet. So you got that whole situation, and then I will say my honorable mention,
Right.
and not necessarily it was a great match, but it was a lot better than I expected. Jericho and Osprey, bro. Jericho held his fucking own. I was kind of worried because of the pace that Osprey wrestles at, but bro, they did the damn thing. But if I had to choose my number one match of the night, it's a tie between the women and the main event. But I'm gonna go just because it was a world championship match. I got to go Adam Cole and MJF.
For me, it was the Young Bucks and FTR. You know, I'm a sucker for good classic tag team wrestling.
Hey, I'm not
and
mad
that's
at
what
it.
it was. I mean, it was that they might. I think the only there was some good spots. They put on a hell of a match, man. Because we were waiting for it. So that's like one of my matches that stood out. The women most definitely stood out. The Jericho Osprey, like those were my three matches. The main event, and it's not that I didn't like it. I think I was more into the story than I was the wrestling. So that's why it's not like one of my top matches for the night. But when I just think of overall, just the kind of the match and just even though even with the little shenanigans of what happened with her mom and whatnot, the women's match was still pretty good. All four women showed up and showed out. Like I said, the tag match, and then that Osprey Jericho with Jericho. Hey man, Jericho showed he can keep up with the young guy, and the young guy went out there and beat one of the best in the game. Honorable mentions for me would be a tie between the Stadium Stampede and the and the Jakesna and them, because my boy Take a Shitter, aka Take a Shitter with Bullet Club Gold, picked up the sneaky victory, man. Swerve and Cage and them wasn't bad. Sting did his thing, that wasn't bad. The Hook Jungle Boy wasn't bad. Punk and Joe really wasn't that bad either. The trios match for the title wasn't that bad either. But those earlier matches that I said, those are the ones that really stuck out. Snuck out. Like they snuck out. They snuck out after the pay-per-view. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, man, we'll talk more All In, and of course the All In aftermath on Wednesday, when we do our block party. A couple of comments here, man, from the people that I want to kind of make sure we just got. Clive had earlier said, man, that TNA had reached 1,000 episodes. They reached 1,000 episodes. Wow.
Yep, it's coming up in September finally.
Oh man, well that's hey, in regards of how good or bad they were, they were coming up. But then of course, let's see. Leo had said I just turned to Raw and it's Sammy. Oh yeah, that was Sammy and JD and KO for later. Yeah, I can definitely see those guys for the next few years. Then of course, Class says Vince is still running the company, and superstars may get laid off. Well, which we're still waiting to see if that actually happens. Also, Leo says can't wait to do it all again next year with a non-sober daytime franchise. Oh man. And then of course Joe said his match was the Jericho and Osprey. And then of course the women's match, and then for him it was Swerve and Darby. Was crazy. And it was pretty crazy. Definitely won't say it wasn't crazy, but for me, those other matches, those were the ones that stuck out, because I definitely, especially even with the Young Bucks, it's like, man, I didn't think they were gonna just walk away mad because they lost. But when you think about it, the Elite took an L at all.
Facts. But no, man, like I said, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it 30. We still got All Out. Like I said, we still got Payback. So we got a lot more wrestling. Unfortunately,
this
week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, unfortunately for me, we got 2 more sober streams to come up after. So you guys expect 4 review shows altogether.
Man, just turn on your notifications, man. We'll be on. We coming back on tonight. We'll probably not be on tomorrow, and then we'll be ready for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the next Monday. Gotta love these times, boy. Gotta love these times. But until then, my guy, I am done. We will see y'all folks around the main event time for the Raw. Uh, and until then, my guy, man, you know how to send us out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.